Okay, so today we're going to learn a little bit about feelings and how they work. It's kind of like a balloon, your heart, and you can see it's real empty right now. Lots of room, no tension, no pressure on the walls, and so let's see what happens if we blow it up. Let's pretend hurt and anger are being blown up into this balloon, and see what happens as we get a little bigger. So what do you notice about the walls of the balloon as more hurt and anger are entering the heart? Well, I notice there's a lot more tension and feels like it might burst. The hurt and anger is trying and testing any weakness in the walls of this balloon. It's testing every single direction, pushing out, trying to get out, trying to find a weakness. And it will eventually find a weakness if we blow it up enough. To the point where it will burst. And the similar kind of thing happens with your heart. It can only handle so much and then it bursts, which is what you want to avoid. Bursting can be like suicidal ideation, as bad as that, or angry outbursts, name calling, yelling, hitting. It's really destructive when it bursts, and it makes a loud noise and actually can hurt. If you're too close to it, it'll slap. Some of this will slap at me as it explodes. I notice also, I don't know if you would notice this, but if you were holding this valve right here, there's a lot of pressure pushing out on this valve, and I'm losing energy. My fingers are getting tired. That's why I switched from hand to hand already, because I'm already getting tired holding it in, and that's another effect that can happen. You can get tired, less motivated, and depressed just holding in feelings day after month after year, and really saps your energy. So let's see what happens if we don't hold it in but let it out. Well, it's going around the room and came back to me. It was really uncontrollable. I didn't know where it was going to go. Not a good idea to just release the valve and let it out wherever it wants to go. Better to have a controlled release. So rather than just get into your feelings and drown in them, that actually can be kind of scary and destructive. Better to let it out slow, in a controlled fashion where you can let some out. You notice it makes noise. And seal it back up so you can feel comfortable going home or going back to class, and not like you're lost in feelings of anger and hurt and you just don't know what to do, you don't know how to stop crying, whatever, don't know how to stop yelling. Rather, there's a way to let it out and then hold it back, and then let it out and hold it back. And we can learn some of these in the beginning of therapy to help you want to explore feelings so that you can get them out and feel safe about getting them out, rather than where's it going to go, what I feel I might get lost, who knows what might happen. And so these are called relaxation skills and coping skills, and I can teach you some of those before we really get into deeper feelings of strong, intense feelings. But the main thing is that we notice is that one of the things what happens when you're full already of feelings is there's not much room in here for more feelings. So if I were to continue to blow it up with more hurt and anger, what do you think would happen? Let's say life has all sorts of hurts and angers, or actually hurt's the main feeling. Anger comes as a way to stop the hurt from happening. Let's say you have more hurts that might happen next month or the month after. There's no more room in here for more hurt. So you got to make room, otherwise you're going to feel overwhelmed tomorrow or next month when you get a little hurt from maybe a friend moved away, or maybe a relationship broke up or something. Whatever it is, there's not going to be any more room in your heart unless you get it out today. Well, not today, but unless you work on keeping this low. Low pressure, more room. You can absorb a whole lot more hurt in your life now and feel comfortable about it because you can know the tools of getting it out in an appropriate way. And you can tell the pressure on the balloon walls now, if I let go, nothing happens. There is no pressure on the walls. So it's actually a really comfortable place to be, relaxed place to be. You're not worried or anxious about blowing up or what might leak out here or there if somebody looks at me the wrong way or calls me a name or whatever. You have a lot more strength to absorb and not let things bug you as much. Things are going to really bug you if you're full already. There's no more room. So you're going to retaliate with level 10 on a scale of 0 to 10 in regards to anger if your heart's already full. I'm tired. So the key thing is also is to let it out in constructive ways, not destructive ways. And we can talk more about that, but destructive ways can be hitting, yelling, cursing, breaking things. These are all going to fill your balloon back up rather than just empty it and keep it empty. They're going to empty it and then it'll come back and fill up again. Because what you did was you learned your feelings are not safe. And they actually hurt people around you and things around you, and come back and hurt yourself because other people want to yell at you more or give you more negative communication or energy or not listening to your inappropriate, destructive expression of feelings. So you never really get heard, and so you never really get them out and respected. Okay, so the key thing is to use constructive ways. And that's when you could let it out calmly. And we could learn about different ways of that, but it's basically owning your feelings with words. The destructive way, of course, is if you blow up or this happens and you're all over the place. So, those are just some of how feelings work, and what therapy is about is releasing that balloon's tension in a constructive, healthy manner so that you can keep the feelings out that were there and be heard and also feel safe doing so.